Before starting the video, if you're enjoying this manga series I created, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Goku steps forward calmly. I knew defeating Zalama wouldn't be easy for you two, but I also knew you'd eventually find him. That's why I'm here. Zalama turns to face him and says, "So you're the one who killed the Omni King?" Goku smirks. "That's right, I killed him. And now I am the Omni King." He points at Zalama. "And now it's your turn to die, Dragon God Zalama." The sky begins to tremble under an unfamiliar, overwhelming force. Massive fractures rip through the land, spreading endlessly in every direction. A suffocating pressure consumes the air, so intense it feels like reality itself is on the verge of shattering. Then, standing directly before Goroi, Zama finally reveals himself. Zama slowly scans Goku from head to toe. Pure disbelief is written across his face, as if he still cannot comprehend how Goku managed to reach this sacred domain. His voice booms like thunder as he speaks. "What? How did you even make it here?" At that moment, Goku remains perfectly composed. There is no fear in his eyes, no doubt. Only a subtle, confident smile resting on his face. He speaks calmly, almost knowingly. "I knew it. I knew they would find you, no matter what." He steps forward, his voice steady. "But I also knew they would never be able to defeat you. That's why I followed them, all the way here." Hearing this, Zalama's eyes burn brighter than ever. A strange, divine presence begins to swirl around him, as if the space itself is pulsing in rhythm with his power. Goku's voice suddenly deepens, carrying an ominous weight. "And what I'm about to tell you now may be the greatest shock you'll ever experience." Zama stays silent, staring directly at him. Then Goku speaks, cold and unflinching. "The Omni King no longer exists. The entire world freezes. Time itself seems to stop breathing." Without hesitation, Goku continues. "Zeno is dead." Zalama's fury erupts instantly. The pressure explodes outward, crushing everything in its path. After allowing the words to settle, Goku delivers his final declaration. "From this moment on, I am the Omni King." Zalama completely loses control. His power surges violently, darker and more destructive than ever before. Goku steps forward, his voice sharp and threatening. "You have two options. Submit to my command and serve me, or I kill you and take the golden dragon for myself." A cruel smile forms on his face. "And trust me, I will enjoy it." Zalama roars in rage, his voice echoing throughout the entire dimension. "I have only ever recognized one Omni King." He points directly at Goku. "And that was Zeno. You killed him, and I will never kneel to anyone again." Goku exhales slowly. That smile never fades. "So that's your answer." His eyes narrow. "Then I see it clearly now. You're nothing but a fool, someone desperate to throw his life away." Suddenly, Goku unleashes his power. A monstrous aura explodes around him, shaking the entire dimension to its core. "You're truly prepared for this," Zalama says firmly. Goku's smile sharpens. "Excellent." In the next instant, he vanishes. Moving faster than lightning, Goku charges straight towards Zalama, his hand blazing with crackling energy. Zalama doesn't hesitate for even a fraction of a second. He steps forward and meets the attack head-on. The collision is catastrophic. The ground splits apart violently as massive shock waves tear through the sky. The explosion is so immense that even Kura and Kaido are forced to retreat far into the distance. Kura stares in disbelief. This power, I've never witnessed strength like this in my entire life. Kaido clenches his fists, shock and fury mixing on his face. Who would have thought the Dragon God could fight at this level? This feels Omni King tier. High above, Goruki and Zalama clash repeatedly in midair. One strikes from above, the other counters from below. Their speed is beyond comprehension, far faster than the eye can track. Only violent bursts of energy remain visible, illuminating the sky like divine lightning. Suddenly, Goruki pulls his arm back. A massive explosion erupts as he fires a devastating energy blast straight at Zalama. Zalama catches it with both hands. The energy compresses violently between his palms, yet he doesn't move an inch. His eyes burn with fury. Is that all you've got? In an instant, he reverses the flow of power, sending the blast straight back toward Goruki. Goruki watches it approach and smiles. Beautiful. He dodges effortlessly, but everything behind him is completely erased from existence. Before the dust can even begin to settle, Goruki suddenly vanishes and reappears right in front of Zalama. Without wasting a single moment, he unleashes a brutal barrage of punches and kicks. The assault is non-stop, strike after strike, each blow carrying god-level force. Zalama blocks every single attack. Their fists and legs collide with such overwhelming power that the impact alone sends violent shockwaves through space. With each exchange, reality itself begins to lay apart. The ground beneath them collapses, crumbling as if the dimension can no longer withstand their presence. Goruki narrows his eyes. Who would have imagined a Dragon God could reach this level of power? His focus sharpens. Let's see how long you can keep up. In that instant, Goruki releases even more of his strength. A terrifying aura erupts behind him, so immense it feels as if a true god has descended onto the battlefield. Slowly, he extends his hand forward. Sharp, blade-like energy begins to take form. Then, without hesitation, he draws his sword. The moment the blade is revealed, absolute silence consumes the battlefield. Even the air seems to freeze in place. Kaido panics. That's Goruki's blood sword. Kura's expression turns grim. No one can survive that blade. Goruki doesn't hesitate. He swings the sword straight at Zalama. The slash is so powerful that the sky itself splits apart, torn clean in two. But then, something unimaginable happens. Zalama calmly raises his hand and catches the blade with his bare palm. Everything stops. Time itself feels frozen. Goruki's eyes widen in disbelief. What? That's impossible. Kura and Kaido shout in unison. No way! That sword has no equal. How did he stop it? Zalama looks directly into Goruki's eyes, his voice calm and unwavering. What's wrong, Goruki? His grip tightens around the blade. You look surprised. Then, with cold confidence, he speaks again. I'm not as weak as you thought. In the next instant, Zalama gathers all of his power into a single blow and drives a devastating punch straight into Goruki's face. Goruki tries to block, but the force is overwhelming. He's sent flying across the battlefield, slamming into the ground with catastrophic force. The impact completely obliterates the surrounding area. Kura and Kaido stare in stunned silence. Kura snarls in rage. That's it. I'll handle him myself. But before he can move, the entire battlefield begins to shake violently. A strange, swirling energy rises from deep beneath the ground. Kaido's face turns pale. Wait, Kura. Something's wrong. As Kura turns back, they see Goruki slowly standing up from the massive crater. There isn't a single trace of pain on his face. Guruki rolls his neck slightly and speaks calmly. It's been a very long time since anyone managed to hit me that hard. A faint smile appears, but there's no joy in it, only madness. Zalama stares at him coldly. Now you understand. His voice carries absolute authority. Underestimating the Dragon God was the greatest mistake of your life. Guruki slowly lifts his gaze, locking eyes with Zalama. In a calm, chilling tone, he replies, "This wasn't a mistake, Zama. This is only the beginning." In the very next instant, Guruki releases all of his energy at once. A massive ki explosion erupts from his body, triggering a catastrophic blast that tears through the battlefield. The sky itself shifts color as violent lightning races through the air. Kura and Kaido are forced to retreat once more. Kaido mutters in shock. This power is completely different from before. Around Guruki, an even more terrifying aura forms. His eyes glow intensely as his voice echoes across the battlefield. "You caught my sword," Guruki declares. "But that doesn't mean you've won." With a single violent motion, he rips the blade free from Zalama's grip. Zalama is pushed back for just a fraction of a second, and Guruki takes full advantage of it. He drives a brutal kick straight into Zalama's chest. Zalama's body is sent flying through the air. But in the very next moment, Zalama regains complete control, halts himself mid-air, and charges straight back toward Guruki. "So this is your power," Zalama says coldly. "But tell me, what will it truly accomplish?" His eyes burn with challenge. "Show me everything you've got." As those words leave his mouth, Zama pushes his dragon energy to its absolute limit. Behind him, an enormous golden dragon begins to materialize. Its massive form dominates the sky, eyes blazing with divine fury. With a single roar, the heavens themselves tremble. Kura whispers in disbelief. "So this is the true form of the Dragon God." Kaido speaks quietly, his voice heavy with fear. If he fully awakens, he could plunge the entire multiverse into chaos. Guruki's expression changes. The smile disappears completely. For the first time, his face turns cold and serious. "It seems," Guruki says calmly, "I'll have to stop holding back as well." He raises his sword toward the sky. Instantly, black and silver energy begins to coil around the blade, twisting violently as it gathers, growing denser with every second. Zama senses it and narrows his eyes. This energy, it feels like an Omni King. Guruki answers in a low, steady voice. "Exactly." A pause. "And now you understand." His eyes sharpen. "I've already gone far beyond that." In the next instant, both of them charge forward at full speed. Dragon energy and divine power collide head-on. A colossal explosion erupts, tearing through the battlefield and further destabilizing the dimension. The clash doesn't stop, punch after punch, kick after kick, neither of them holding back for even a moment. The fight becomes relentless, unforgiving. As the battle rages, Guruki thinks to himself, "If he keeps pushing me like this, I won't have a choice. I'll have to reveal my true level." Suddenly, Guruki leaps backward, creating distance. The moment he retreats, Zama becomes strangely calm. Something feels wrong. Zama narrows his eyes. Why did he pull back just now? Then it happens. Guruki extends both hands forward. Between his palms, a swirling sphere of energy begins to form. This power feels different, unnatural, as if creation and destruction themselves are sealed within it. In a calm, chilling voice, Guruki speaks. "You are the Dragon God." So this attack is meant only for you. With those words, he hurls the energy straight towards Zalama. As the blast approaches, the entire dimension trembles violently once again. But Zalama does not panic. Without fear, he raises both of his hands. Behind him, the golden dragon grows even larger, its overwhelming presence dominating everything around it. Zama roars, "Dragon God Barrier!" In the next instant, the dragon spreads its massive wings wide. A divine shield forms before Zalama. Guruki's ki blast crashes directly into the barrier. A catastrophic explosion follows. The shockwave is so powerful that Kura and Kaido are forced to retreat even farther back. Kura stares in disbelief. He actually blocked Guruki's attack. Kaido is visibly shaken. That barrier just endured an Omni King level strike. Slowly, the energy fades. The smoke begins to clear. And there he stands. Zalama, completely upright. His clothes are slightly damaged, but his stance is firm, unshaken, ready to continue. Zama looks straight at Guruki and speaks coldly. "That's all? If you truly wish to become the Omni King, you'll need far more power than this. This is not enough." Guruki remains silent for a moment. Then he starts to laugh. Not amused laughter. Dark. Dangerous. "You're really forcing my hand," Guruki says. In the next instant, he raises his sword once more. But this time, it doesn't merely emit light. A strange, unfamiliar energy begins to pour from Guruki's sword. Space itself starts to warp and twist around the blade, bending unnaturally, as if it can no longer hold its shape. Kaido panics. That technique. Kura's face turns grim. That looks like a forbidden Omni art. Guruki raises his voice with absolute authority. "Omni Sever." He swings his sword. A horrifying slash tears forward, not merely cutting through the air, but slicing straight through space and time itself. The fabric of reality splits apart as the attack surges towards Zalama. Zalama's eyes narrow instantly. Without hesitation, he gathers every ounce of his power and roars, "Golden Dragon, manifest!" In the next moment, the dragon behind him fully awakens. The massive golden dragon comes completely to life, unleashing a thunderous roar that shakes the entire dimension. It charges head-on toward Guruki's slash. Omni Sever and the golden dragon collide. A devastating impact explodes outward, sending shockwaves ripping across the battlefield. Both forces are pushed back violently from the collision. Zalama stands there, breathing heavily. And for the first time, Guruki looks truly serious. Zama locks his eyes onto him. "Now do you understand? This fight was never going to be easy for you." Guruki slowly replies, his voice steady. "You're absolutely right. And that's exactly what I wanted." Suddenly, Guruki closes his eyes. The violent energy around him begins to fade. Kura looks confused. What is he doing? Kaido frowns. The battle is at its peak. Why would he suppress his power now? Then, Guruki opens his eyes. The instant he does, the entire battlefield falls into complete silence. No wind, no sound. Even the air itself feels frozen. The sudden calm puts Zalama on edge. This silence, something is wrong. Guruki stands perfectly still. There is no blazing aura around him anymore, yet somehow his presence feels heavier than ever before. In a low, controlled voice, he speaks. Power isn't just about screaming or firing massive blasts. He looks straight at Zalama. Sometimes, the most dangerous power is completely silent. Kura's expression tightens with fear. He whispers to Kaido, "This feels just like Omni King Zeno." Kaido nods slowly. "You're right. I can feel that pressure." Guruki calmly raises his hand. This time, there is no light, no visible ki blast, only a faint vibration. In the next instant, space shatters behind Zalama. Zalama turns immediately, but Guruki is already gone. Before he can react, Guruki appears directly above him. "What?" Zalama shouts. Too late. Guruki drives a devastating kick straight into Zalama's chest. Zalama is slammed downward at full force, crashing deep into the ground. Kura stares in shock. No blast, yet that attack was terrifying. Zalama stabilizes himself with his energy and rises back into the air. His eyes burn with rage as he stares at Guruki. "So you've changed your fighting style?" Guruki replies calmly, his voice low. "Because now you're beginning to understand. This battle isn't just about raw power." As he speaks, Guruki raises a finger and draws a small circle in the air. Inside it, a strange symbol begins to rotate. Kaido panics. That symbol. Kura's eyes widen. That's the Omni Seal. Zalama's eyes widen in shock. "You can't use the Omni Seal." Guruki gives a faint smile. "Who said I can't? I can do this because I'm no longer bound by any rules." In the next moment, the symbol expands violently. The entire area begins to compress inward, as if reality itself is forming an invisible cage around Zalama. Zalama releases his energy, but something is wrong. His power feels suppressed. Enraged, he roars, "You're limiting my strength, coward." Guruki looks at him calmly. "I'm simply reminding you, who's in control here?" Behind Zalama, the golden dragon roars once more. Zalama clenches his fists. "No matter what happens, I am the dragon god. I will not lose." With everything he has, he charges straight at Guruki. Once again, they rush toward each other head on. But the moment Zalama moves at full power, the Omni Seal erupts with blinding light. Reality itself feels tightly gripped. Zalama's speed suddenly drops. His eyes widen. What? What just happened? He reaches forward, but his movements slow unnaturally. His strength restrained by an unseen force pressing down on him from every direction. Guruki looks at him in silence. Then, without raising his voice, he speaks with absolute certainty. The Omni Seal doesn't just restrain power, it governs existence itself. Kura's face turns pale. He glances at Kaido and speaks quietly, almost in fear. If that's true, then this is the first time Zama has ever faced something capable of truly binding him. Behind Zalama, the golden dragon roars even louder, spreading its massive wings across the sky. Zalama shouts in defiance, "No matter what you do, you cannot bind a dragon god." As those words leave his mouth, Zalama begins compressing his dragon energy even further. The divine power around him condenses violently. The true form of the dragon god starts manifesting directly in front of his body, as if his very existence is being reforged. His eyes burn brighter than ever before. Kaido panics. He's condensing his divine form. Kura adds gravely, "At this level, the dragon god turns himself into a weapon. He becomes a living divine armament." In the next instant, Zalama slams his foot into the ground. The impact shakes the Omni Seal violently. For a brief moment, the seal trembles. Then, Zalama explodes forward at full speed. charging straight toward Goroki once again. For the first time, Goroki looks slightly surprised. Inside his mind, a single thought forms. He awakened even further under the pressure of the seal. Zalama appears directly in front of him and unleashes a merciless storm of punches and kicks. Each strike crashes with terrifying force. With every hit, cracks begin spreading across the Omni seal itself. Goroki blocks each blow, but for the first time, he's forced to step back. Zalama roars. Now do you see? A dragon god cannot be suppressed, and I won't be stopped so easily. With those words, Zalama launches a devastating uppercut. The blow sends Goroki flying upward, his body crashing backward through the air. Kura's eyes widen in shock. He actually hit Goroki. Kaido mutters in disbelief. It looks like this battle has finally reached equal ground. Midair, Goroki regains his balance. A faint smile appears on his face. That was impressive, he says calmly. This is the moment I've been waiting for. As he speaks, Goroki places his hand over his chest. A strange, overwhelming light begins to leak from within his body. Kura tries to speak, but before he can finish, Goroki shouts with authority. Omni Core, release. A massive explosion erupts. The Omni seal begins to shatter violently, fragments of distorted space breaking apart around them. Zalama skids backward, staring at Goroki in shock. Around Goroki now, it's no longer just raw power, it's authority. In a low voice, Zalama speaks. This power, only the Omni King possesses it. Goroki looks straight at him. That's exactly why I told you, he replies. I am the Omni King. Slowly, Goroki raises a single finger. As it rises, a strange, chilling wind spreads across the battlefield. This wind isn't natural, it carries judgment itself, as if a final decision has already been made. Zalama locks eyes with him. For the first time, fear flashes across Zalama's face. Quietly, he speaks. So, this is your decision. Without blinking, Goroki answers. Yes, now you finally understand this battle, and your existence. Goroki slowly lowers his finger. In the next instant, from the sky itself, a terrifying Omni force descends. It isn't just light, it carries judgment. Zalama gathers every last ounce of his power. Behind him, the golden dragon roars with overwhelming fury, spreading its massive wings across the torn sky. Zalama screams at the top of his lungs. Golden dragon, final roar. The dragon opens its mouth and unleashes a roar so powerful it shakes all of creation itself. Dragon God energy and Omni authority collide head-on. The resulting explosion is so immense that the entire dimension begins to tear apart. As if reality itself can no longer survive their clash, Kura and Kaido are hurled far away, their bodies crashing violently into the shattered ruins. The impact leaves the land trembling. Kura screams in terror. This collision, there's nothing more horrifying than this. Within the raging clash of energies, cracks begin to spread across Zalama's body. His form starts breaking apart, piece by piece. Behind him, the golden dragon roars even louder, as if refusing to abandon its master until the very end. Then, Goroki's voice echoes through the collapsing dimension. Zalama, you were a terrifying force, but you belong to an era, and every era must come to an end. In the next instant, the Omni Force intensifies beyond measure. Zalama's body shatters completely. His voice fades as he cries out one final time, "No, Golden Dragon." And just like that, Zalama's existence is erased. Suddenly, everything goes silent. No roars, no explosions. Only remnants of Golden Dragon energy drift quietly through the air. Kura and Kaido stare in disbelief. Kaido whispers, "The Dragon God has been defeated." Slowly, the remaining golden energy begins to move, flowing toward Guruki. Guruki extends his hand. He absorbs the entire power of the Golden Dragon into his body. At that very moment, a massive Golden Dragon manifests behind him. But this dragon is no longer Zalama's. It belongs to Guruki. Guruki's eyes turn gold, shining with divine authority. An overwhelming pressure erupts from his presence alone. Kura mutters in shock. So that means... Kaido finishes the thought. The Golden Dragon has a new master. Behind Guruki, the Golden Dragon roars once, then lowers its head, bowing in acknowledgement of its true ruler. Guruki speaks calmly. "This unmatched power is mine now." He takes a single step forward. Space itself bends beneath his feet. The Golden Dragon's energy responds instantly, completely under his control. Behind him, the massive dragon opens its eyes. Kura and Kaido remain frozen, unable to move. Shaking, Kura whispers, "This pressure, it's even more terrifying than Zalama's ever was." Kaido takes a slow breath. Now I understand why he called himself the Omni King. Because he truly is one. There is no power beyond this. Guruki slowly raises his head. In his eyes now is not just strength, but the calm certainty of a ruler. Zalama's power was incomplete, Guruki says. He merely controlled the Golden Dragon, but I have become it. As his words end, the Golden Dragon roars violently. Its voice echoes across the entire dimension, sending shattered debris flying in every direction. Kura speaks in awe. This isn't just power. This is a ruler's declaration. Guruki extends his hand forward. At his command, the Golden Dragon opens its mouth. But there is no attack. Only a silent warning. Guruki says calmly, "I'm glad to see you both survive this battle." Kaido steps forward respectfully. "Guruki, we are grateful you've reached this level. What are your orders? We are ready to follow whatever you command." Guruki looks down at them. There is no emotion on his face. "For now," he says, "there are no orders." Kura looks shocked. "What do you mean?" Guruki steps forward and clenches his fist. The Golden Dragon's energy sinks deeper into his body. "I want to test this power." In the very next moment, Guruki releases only a tiny fraction of his energy. Just a fraction. Yet distant dimensions begin to tremble simultaneously. Cracks spread across the sky itself. Kura screams, "Stop, Guruki. This could cause unimaginable destruction. You already possess absolute power." But Guruki silences him instantly. In a cold, controlled voice, he says, "Be quiet, Kura. What's wrong? Are you afraid? Don't worry, I won't kill you." The Golden Dragon lets out a low growl, as if agreeing with its master. Guruki closes his eyes briefly. Everything feels frozen. Then he opens them again. There is no anger, no joy, no mercy, only judgment. Behind him, the Golden Dragon spreads its wings fully. Guruki speaks once more. The Golden Dragon was never just power. It was balance. And now, balance is in my hands. Suddenly, far away, deep within the depths of space, Something stirs. An unfamiliar movement. As if something has not yet ended. Kura's eyes widen in shock. Wait. Kaido steps forward, stunned. This energy, it doesn't feel like Guruki's. The entire area begins to shake violently. Even the golden aura wavers for just a brief moment. Guruki suddenly freezes. Slowly, he turns around. Shock spreads across his face. Under his breath, he whispers, "No, this can't be what I'm thinking." Kaido looks at him nervously. "Hey Guruki, is this your power?" Kura immediately shakes his head. No, this isn't his power. At that very moment, a new Saiyan appears directly in front of Guruki. Space itself bends unnaturally around this figure, as if reality is struggling to remain intact in his presence. Guruki lowers his head at once, his posture turning respectful. "So, you've finally chosen to appear," he says quietly. "I was just about to inform you, Lord Gorama. Now his name is revealed. Gorama." Gorama looks down at Guruki, his gaze cold and unforgiving. "So the task I assigned you," he says slowly. "You actually completed it." His eyes narrow. "And yet you didn't think it was necessary to report back to me." The pressure intensifies. "Tell me, Guruki," Gorama continues, "were you considering betraying me? Or have you forgotten who I am? Did this small taste of power blind you?" Guruki answers immediately, his voice firm but controlled. "No, Lord Gorama, that's not the case." Gorama lets out a faint smirk. "Good, and it better remain that way." His voice hardens. "You should remember one thing very clearly. You are nothing more than a pawn, and every pawn exists to follow my commands." He steps closer. "I know you hunger for power. I understand that desire. But never forget, if you even think about stepping out of line, you cannot imagine what I will do to you." His eyes burn with certainty. "You are not special. There are others just like you. I've sent them to different corners of countless multiverses." Gorama turns away. "For now, I'll be leaving. There are far more important matters that require my attention." He pauses mid-step. "But I expect to hear from you soon, after you complete your next task." Then, without turning back, Gorama speaks with absolute confidence. "From this moment onward, nothing can stop us from building our empire. Not gods, not angels. No one possesses the power to erase the empire of Lord Gorama." His presence grows heavier, and now after 5,000 years, we will no longer rule just one multiverse. We will rule all multiverses. The air becomes unbearably heavy. Silence follows. And then, Lord Gorama vanishes, leaving behind a truth far more terrifying than any battle that has come before. Gorama walks away without looking back. His steps aren't rushed, but they never stop either. Like he's already said everything that needed to be said. Like staying there no longer has any meaning for him. Goroki remains where he is, his eyes locked on Gorama's back. No anger on his face, no smile, just a cold, unreadable expression. For a few moments, no one speaks. Then Goroki finally breaks the silence. "I know what you're thinking, Gorama." His voice isn't loud. It isn't quiet either. It's flat, direct. "You think I've become nothing more than your shadow." He pauses. "I also know how you see me." Gorama steps slow for just a moment. He doesn't stop, but he's listening. "I respect you deeply," Goroki continues. "That's not a lie. I've never seen a Saiyan stronger than you." Something flickers in his eyes. like an old memory trying to surface. And it's also true, if you hadn't been there that day, none of us would be alive right now. Kurama finally stops. He turns slightly. Only half of his face is visible. Goroki straightens his posture, but times have changed. His tone remains calm. I am the king of this multiverse now. There's no pride in his voice, just fact. And I will prove to you that I am not weak. This time, Kurama turns fully. His eyes meet Goroki's. Empty. Deep. He's about to speak, when a voice cuts in from the side. What are you really trying to say, Goroki? It's Kedo. Confusion is written all over his face. And fear he can't hide. You're not thinking about betraying Lord Kurama, are you? Goroki exhales softly, then looks straight at Kedo. No, just one word. I can't do that. I'm not a traitor. He pauses almost godlike. Kedo's eyes widen slightly. But that doesn't mean I'm weak. For the first time, there's firmness in Goroki's voice. Everyone will understand what I truly am. He looks back at Kurama, and one day, I'll stand at the same level as your power. Silence falls again. Kurama says nothing. He looks at Goroki for a brief moment, then turns and walks away. As soon as he leaves another dimension, Goku, Krillin, and Beerus stand together. Beerus looks exhausted. Anger and pain burn in his eyes. I still can't believe Whis did that, he says. He died, right there. His fist clenches. I should have been there. Krillin speaks carefully. Please calm down, Lord Beerus. You know we couldn't do anything. We had no choice, except to run. Beerus says nothing. Suddenly, Goku's finger twitches. His eyes slowly open. He sits up. What happened? Where is everyone? Krillin, tell me. Krillin's breath catches. Goku, the Grand Zeno, and so many warriors. They're all dead. Goku's eyes slowly widen. He was going to kill you too, Krillin continues, voice shaking. But Zeno-sama saved us. He said your power is different, special, but it will take time to control it. Goku's face hardens. So, Gohan, Vegeta, Tien, they all died right in front of me? His voice grows heavy. I can't accept that. His teeth clench. That stupid angel killed them, right in front of my eyes. Goku's fist tightens violently. I won't forgive this. No matter what, I will destroy them. In the very next moment, dark energy begins to leak out of Goku's body. His muscles tremble. His breathing turns unstable. His eyes darken. He's losing control again. The dark energy spreads outward, slowly filling the entire space. Beerus reacts instantly. No, not now. He steps forward. Goku, control yourself. Goku doesn't respond. His breathing is fast. His eyes aren't empty. They are overflowing. Krillin moves closer. Goku, you're not alone. We're right here. Goku slowly looks at Krillin. There's recognition in his eyes. And rage. They took everything from me. Everything. Beerus speaks firmly. If you explode right now, you'll die here. If you want to fight, you need to survive. Goku's fist slowly loosens. The energy is still there, but it doesn't erupt. Suddenly, the space around them vibrates. Beerus looks up immediately. What is this? Krillin feels it too. Space. It's distorting. In the next instant, a black portal forms. No light, no glow, only darkness. Beerus narrows his eyes. I know this energy. Something moves inside the portal. Then a figure steps out. Goku, but not the same Goku. His face is calm, too calm. His eyes are dark. A perfectly stable dark aura surrounds his body. Beerus goes silent. Dark Ultra Instinct. Krillin panics. This is controlled. Goku doesn't say a word. He walks fully out of the portal. Beerus and Krillin follow, and the portal closes behind them. Planet Namek. Bodies lie scattered across the ground. Total silence. The surviving Namekians barely breathe, as if even a sound might invite death. Kura steps forward. You're still not going to speak? Kiddo stands to the side. His eyes are locked onto the Namekians. The Guru's body lies on the ground. Eyes open. Life gone. A Namekian speaks softly. We won't tell you anything, even if you kill us all. Kura raises his hand, then freezes mid-air. His expression changes. What? He turns around. This energy. Kedo feels it too. A portal? Space tears open in front of them. A black gate forms, and the first step out belongs to Goku. Kura's eyes widen slightly. This is the Saiyan, the one the Omni King saved. A faint smile appears on Kato's face. Interesting. Beerus and Krillin step out as well. Beerus understands the situation instantly. The bodies. The fear. Kura and Kato. His voice drops. You two. Krillin steps forward angrily. Have you no shame at all? Kura looks at Krillin. And who are you? Then his eyes shift to Beerus. Oh, the god of destruction. Kato laughs. Well, this is unexpected. I didn't think you'd come this far. Goku walks forward. Each step presses into Namek's soil. You made a mistake. His voice isn't loud, but it's absolute. Now you'll pay for it. Kura smirks. So this is the Saiyan Zeno called Special. Good. You came to us yourself. Now I won't have to report to Goroki. I'll just kill you and tell him the job's done. Goku stares straight at Kura. A death report will be sent. Kato steps forward slightly, but from the wrong angle. You don't understand. Do you even know who you're talking to? Beerus growls. You've crossed the line. Kura looks at Beerus. Line? When the Omni King no longer exists, whose line is there? Beerus's eyes turn red. Krillin looks at Goku. Goku, stay in control. Goku answers calmly. I am completely conscious. The dark aura stabilizes even further. Denser, deeper, perfectly controlled. Kura pulls his arm back. Then let's begin. Goku steps forward. You already started this, he says calmly. We're the ones who will finish it. His eyes move across the ground. The fallen Namekians. Then the Guru's body. His fist tightens. Your death will be written here. Kura doesn't laugh. The smile fades from his face. Big words. Kedo speaks up. Let's see how long they last. Goku positions himself directly between them. You don't have time, he says. A death report will be sent, but not mine. Yours. For a moment. Absolute silence. No one speaks. No one moves. Only breathing. Goku on one side. Beerus in the middle, Krillin slightly behind him, Kura and Kedo on the other. Kura moves first. No smile, no hesitation. You really think you can win here? Goku answers without emotion. I didn't come here to win. I came here to end this. Kaido lets out a small laugh. You hear that, Kura? Who does this kid think he is? Beerus steps forward. I'll give you one chance. Leave. Now. Kura looks at him. God of Destruction, you should understand. Your time is over too. The anger in Beerus's eyes intensifies. You think killing the angels ended everything? Kura replies, quietly. I don't think. I know. In the next instant, Kura raises his hand. The ground explodes directly beneath Beerus. Beerus launches into the air instantly. This speed. He doesn't even get time to speak. At the same moment, Kedo is already in front of Krillin. Krillin freezes. Too fast. Kedo drives a straight punch into Krillin's stomach. Krillin is sent flying, crashing hard into the ground. Krillin! Beerus shouts. Goku's expression doesn't change. His eyes remain locked on Kura. Kura speaks. Your focus is here. And in the next moment, he's right in front of Goku. Goku's body moves on its own. A sidestep. Kura's attack misses. Without looking, Goku drives an elbow backward. Kura slides back slightly. Automatic movement. Ultra Instinct. Goku responds. Dark Ultra Instinct. And instantly, he punches Kura straight in the face. Kura is launched backward, skidding across the ground. Namek soil erupts into the air. Kedo's expression turns serious. So he's reached this level. Beerus reaches Krillin immediately. You, alive? Krillin coughs. For now. Beerus looks back at the fight. Goku is already airborne. Kura stands. And in the next second, they collide. Punch. Block. Kick. Counter. No wasted movement. No flashy style. Just brutal exchange. Kura throws a punch. Goku ducks. Goku kicks. Kura blocks. Kura drives a knee strike. Goku slides back. Then, Goku punches straight into Kura's chest. This time, the impact is heavy. Kura is thrown back. Blood spills from his mouth. He wipes it away with his finger and smiles. Good. Very good. No wonder Goroki wants you. Goku says nothing. His eyes darken even further. Kedo steps forward now. Now both of us. Beerus snaps. Goku, be careful. Kaido rushes straight toward Beerus. Stay out of this. Beerus prepares to attack. And suddenly, movement from all sides. Kedo toward Beerus. Kura toward Goku. Goku reads everything. 1 second. He suddenly changes direction. He appears in front of Beerus. Kedo's attack misses. And with a single punch, Goku sends Kedo flying sideways. Kedo crashes into the ground. He ignored me. In that same instant, Kura is behind Goku. A sharp energy blade forms in his hand. He swings it straight at Goku's neck. Goku ducks. The blade slices through a portion of his hair. Goku straightens instantly, and without pause, drives a knee into Kura's stomach. Kura exhales violently and staggers back. Beerus watches closely. He's in the flow. Krillin slowly pushes himself up. But this fight, it's too heavy. Kaido rises again. This time, the energy around his body shifts. Now they understand. This boy is dangerous. Kura adjusts his stance. Then we finish it together. Goku speaks calmly. Even together, you can't win. In the next instant, Kura and Kedo move at the same time. Left attack. Right attack. Goku in the center. His body reacts on its own. He dodges one. Counters the other. But the pressure keeps rising. Goku Beerus starts. "Don't interfere," Goku says. His voice is cold. "This is my fight." Beerus stops. Krillin watches. Goku glances for a brief moment at the bodies on Namek. The Guru. Children. Nameless corpses. His fist tightens, and the dark aura rises another level. The ground fractures. Both Kura and Kedo feel it. What? An energy spike. Goku steps forward. This time, there's no hesitation in his attacks. One punch crashes into Kedo's chest. One kick slams into Kura's ribs. They're sent flying in opposite directions. Beerus's eyes widen. "That power," Krillin whispers. "This isn't rage. It's a decision." Kura rises slowly, breathing heavy. "Now I get it," he says. "This boy isn't stopping." Kedo stands as well. Then neither are we. Both of them release their full energy. The area around them is completely evacuated by force alone. Goku stands in the center, perfectly calm. "Show everything you have now," he says. "Because later, there won't be time." Kura and Kedo remain still. Their energy doesn't stabilize. It surges, then compresses. Goku stands between them, feet planted, eyes forward. Beerus and Krillin stay back. They both understand. This fight is beyond their level now. Kedo speaks first. "So far, we were only observing. The test is over." He extends his hand. Energy begins to gather around it. Without looking, Kura speaks. "Be careful. This boy doesn't react. He's already moving before you do." Kedo smirks. "Then this will be fun." In the next instant, Kedo fires straight toward Goku. No straight line. Erratic movement. Goku's body moves automatically. One step to the side. One step back. Kedo's hand brushes past Goku's shoulder. The ground behind them explodes. At the same time, Kura attacks from above. A two-handed downward strike. Goku drops to one knee. The attack passes overhead, and in the next second, Goku rises instantly. His punch slams into Kura's jaw. Kura spins midair and crashes into the ground. Kedo doesn't stop. He appears behind Goku. A sharp elbow. Goku tilts his head aside. The elbow misses. Goku kicks backward. The kick connects. Kedo is launched back, but regains balance mid-air. Beerus mutters. They're coordinating. Krillin adds. "But Goku..." Kura rises again. His expression is now fully serious. Blood still stains the corner of his mouth. He doesn't wipe it away. Fighters like you are rare at this level. Goku remains silent. Still, Kura continues. "That's exactly why you have to die." In the same instant, Kura and Kedo both disappear. 1 second. Next second. Two attacks from opposite directions. Left energy strike. Right physical impact. For a split second, Goku's body looks frozen. Then it moves. He slips past the energy blast. ducks under the physical strike, but Kido's punch grazes his ribs. Goku takes one step back. Just one. Beerus's eyes narrow. That landed. Kura follows up immediately. Another strike. This time, Goku blocks. The impact is heavy. Cracks split across the ground beneath them. Goku pushes outward with both hands. Kura and Kedo are forced back. Goku glances at his ribs. No pain on his face. Just assessment. Krillin whispers, "He's taking hits." Beerus answers calmly, "Because he's not waiting for the end." Kura smirks. "See? We're sticking to him, little by little." Kado adds, "That form won't last." Goku looks straight at them. "You're wrong." Kura raises an eyebrow. "How?" "That form breaks when the mind shakes," Goku says evenly. "I'm not shaking." And suddenly, Goku moves first, straight at Kedo. No hesitation. Kedo is caught off guard. He blocks. The block shatters. Goku's fist drives straight into his chest. Kedo is launched into the air, crashes hard, and stays down for a moment. Kura rushes in instantly. A sharp knee strike. It connects. Goku's body bends slightly, but he doesn't step back. He stays standing. Kura's eyes widen. "That's it," Goku says. And in the next second, headbutt, direct to Kura's forehead. A cracking sound echoes. Kura is knocked backward. Beerus's eyes widen. "What?" Krillin whispers. He's not even feeling it. Kura stands again. His breathing is heavier now. He glances back. Kado is slowly rising. Kura understands. They can't finish this here. Kado mutters, "But Goroki." Kura cuts him off. "Goroki will know, but not yet." He looks at Goku. "You didn't win. We're withdrawing." Goku steps forward. "You're not withdrawing. You're running." Before Kura can respond, a dark pulse erupts from Goku's body. The ground explodes outward. Pressure slams into both Kura and Kedo. They slide back. Kedo grits his teeth. "What is this?" Kura's eyes narrow. "Not now." Together, they tear open space itself. A small dark rift forms. Beerus shouts, "Stop!" Too late. Kura and Kedo vanish into the rift. It closes instantly. Silence. Goku stands still. The dark aura begins to fade. Not gone, just suppressed. Krillin approaches slowly. "Goku?" No response. Goku's eyes are fixed on Guru's body. Beerus steps forward. "This isn't over." "I know," Goku replies quietly. "That's why I let them live." He clenches his fist. They needed to carry the message to Goroki. Beerus studies him. "What are you planning?" "Not a plan," Goku says. The end. He stands there among the bodies on Namek, completely calm. Minutes pass. He doesn't move. The dark aura isn't gone. It's contained, locked inside. Beerus scans the planet. Broken, burned, covered in bodies. Namek will never be the same. Krillin kneels beside Guru. We were too late. Goku steps closer, stops beside him, looks down. Silence. Then, "This happened because of me." Krillin shakes his head. "No, Goku." Goku cuts him off. "They were looking for me. Namek just got in the way." Beerus watches. You're taking responsibility. I kept running, Goku says. I was learning control, while they were burning worlds. Beerus doesn't argue, because it isn't wrong. Krillin slowly stands. So what now? Goku pauses, then answers. Now, Goroki. Beerus's eyes narrow. You're going to challenge him directly? Not challenge, Goku says. I'll go to him when he's not ready. Krillin's voice shakes. Alone? Goku looks at them. You two stay here. Beerus steps forward. This isn't a game. That's exactly why you're staying, Goku replies. Beerus hesitates. Can you stop yourself? Not stop, Goku says calmly. Just not break. Beerus understands. He's not learning to fight. He's learning to restrain himself. Krillin swallows. But Kura and Kedo, they're alive. They'll tell Goroki everything, Goku says. That's why we don't have much time. And for the first time, there's urgency beneath the calm. The hunt has begun. Goku looks at Namek one last time. These people did nothing wrong. And still, he doesn't finish the sentence. Beerus speaks quietly. I'm a god of destruction. But what happened here wasn't destruction. It was fear. Goku says nothing. His eyes darken again. But this time, they don't flare. They don't explode. They're contained. Controlled. He raises his hand. Space begins to distort. Krillin immediately steps forward. Wait. Goku stops. Krillin walks up to him. Just stay alive. That's all he says. Goku looks at him. You, too. A portal tears open. Black, deep, silent. Before stepping inside, Goku pauses for a single second. When this ends, either I return, or nothing will. He steps through. The portal closes behind him. On the other side, a massive dimension. Empty, but not empty. The air is suffocating with pressure. At the center stands a towering structure, and seated upon it, Goroki, eyes closed. In front of him stand Kura and Kedo, injured. He's coming, Kura says. Goroki doesn't open his eyes. I know. Kedo speaks through frustration. He pushed us back and walked away. That Saiyan. He's alive? Goroki asks calmly. Yes, Kura replies. Stable. Extremely stable. Goroki exhales slowly. Good. That means this will be interesting. He'll come for you, Kedo says. I know, Goroki replies. That's why I'm sitting here. He opens his eyes. His gaze is fixed forward. He's not coming to find me. He's bringing himself to me. Kura and Kedo fall silent. Goroki stands. Tend to your wounds. Your part is over. Kedo tries to speak. We can still... No, Goroki says firmly. This is mine. He walks forward. If I win, the multiverse will accept it. And if I lose... He pauses for a fraction of a second. There won't be anything left to accept. At that moment, space tears open in the center of the dimension. A black portal forms. Goku steps out. Their eyes meet. No rage. No surprise. So, Goroki says calmly, you've arrived. You were taking too long, Goku replies. Silence falls between them. Not empty silence. Beginning silence. Kura and Kedo step back. They understand. This is no longer their place. Goroki speaks first. You're tired. You're wrong, Goku answers flatly. Goroki smiles faintly. Dark Ultra Instinct. You're not using it. You're suppressing it. Because I don't need to explode, Goku replies. I just need to move. Goroki steps forward slowly. You think I don't understand that? I'm doing the same. He straightens his posture. The only difference? I don't suppress it. I accept it. For the first time, Goku's eyes shift slightly. You think I became king because everyone else died? Goku remains silent. I survived. I advanced. I didn't hesitate. Goroki stops inches away from him. Warriors fight. Rulers endure. Goku answers immediately. Rulers last, until someone stops them.
So, I hope you're enjoying this Angel Saiyan manga series. I've put a lot of hard work into creating it, so make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so I can bring the upcoming videos as soon as possible. Guys, thanks for watching.